Face Guy, aka Red Face, your mammy, grandmammy, and great-great-grandmammy's favorite pastor. Have mercy. And to the left of me, I have.
I am your girl, Jersey. What's going on?
Chilling, man. We missing our brother, Prince Saturday. He had some family issues he had to have, so he won't be on the show today. Praying everything gonna be all right. You know, he ain't here today, but he'll be back next week. You'll be able to catch him out here on the Party Conscious TV show. What's been going on, Bears?
Just chilling. Them sips.
Yeah, I'm on these SIPs. SIPs, the acronym stands for Swimming in Panties. SIPs, they all right, Joe.
Thank you. That is a pineapple margarita.
It's pineapple.
There's a pineapple.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Okay.
How was the weekend? How was the week?
Everything was cool. You know, it was cool. I can't complain. The week was a little crazy. The energy in the air is a little crazy. I don't know if it was just me or whatever.
No, it was that goddamn that eclipse that we didn't get the full eclipse. We got a partial eclipse.
I wasn't going out there.
I wanted to get all the way black. It got black enough, but it didn't get black. It was black. You know, I want the sky to look like me.
Oh, you want it to be dark.
Yeah, I want it to be dark like myself. But it didn't get that way.
A lot of it, in some areas, it got dark.
Yeah, it got dark. Like even New Mexico, different places, it got real dark.
I'm glad we just had what we had and everything because people ain't frozen.
Yeah, I got blacked on by somebody, and I think that's what it was behind. I think they fried their brain a little bit. I thought I was going to have to shake her off. I thought I was going to have to reset the TV.
Oh, Lord.
You know, sometimes you got to hit a reset.
Sometimes you do. You know, sometimes you do have to hit the reset button.
I thought I was going to have to hit the reset on. But I said, no. I'm just going to hit the control, alt, delete, and reboot the system.
Right. So sometimes we need to.
Yeah, it's pretty good, you know.
You'll have to.
Yeah.
You know.
Your call told me I'm not your friend no more. Don't call my phone. Yeah. You say, have mercy.
You know what, first day I had to do that to somebody who I love very much. But, you know, sometimes you have to step back from stuff.
Yeah.
You do. You gotta step back from stuff because I ain't about to let nobody play in my face. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. I don't care how much I love you. I'm just not about to let you play in my face. I'm sorry. You know, life is too short. You know, and I'm just not going to do it. And, you know, one thing about love is supposed to respect. You're supposed to be respectful of a person's feelings. Like, if you can't even so I got
to take this coat off.
You know you get warm?
I need a power person to come in and give me a power. I'm sweating a little bit.
Oh, man.
I'm sweating. Get just a yeah.
The sips is an acknowledgement. You need a sip. Page, my Instagram page. Sips and acknowledgement.
SIPZ, y'all go holler at them, man.
We have a different drains, and if you need a custom, let me know. I'll customize.
Get that double P again. That's what I need.
I need to put the double P in the movie, though. I don't have it up there. Y'all have your own stuff.
While we here, man, I just want to say R.I.P. to Mr. C. Big L DJ.
Yes.
So R.I.P. to him, man. We lost him. I'm going to be quiet on that. Rest in peace, Mr. C.
Right. I didn't even know he passed.
Yeah, he passed today, man.
Wow.
And I'm trying to think now. He was getting kind of nervous because of that lucky situation. No did it, you know, but
They said Like everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, because he was like trying to put calling people out. Like if you don't answer the phone, I'm about to put.
Yeah, everybody kind of nervous right now. You had them secret rooms, had the cameras in the room.
Thought you were safe.
Thought they were in a safe place.
First of all, this is my thing too. When you think back, for my people who in the tri-state area, remember back, and maybe like the late 90s, Wendy Williams was trying to expose Puffy. He ran her out of New York. She was trying to expose him as the gay rapper.
You might have said it right when you said her.
As the gay rapper.
Yeah.
But listen, so remember, like Rick Ross also came out and was like, oh, Puffy be doing that funny stuff. Like, didn't nobody really fool with him like that because he was on that stuff like that.
A lot of them tapes they might have confiscated. You might be saying, take that.
Right. What?
There's a whole lot going on in this music industry.
Yeah.
Have you been following the Young Thug case?
A little bit. I've seen a little bit of it.
They need to throw that whole case away. That case won't go another 4 months. It's a waste of taxpayers' dollars.
So what are they really trying to get him for? RICO?
A RICO Act. Racketeering. With saying slime life is a gang. Why I say a young slime life. When it ain't a gang, it's a way of living. It's just they family, but they trying to make it seem like they are thugs and gangsters and all of this, which they're not. They're businessmen. And he portrays a gangster to help his business. It's entertainment.
Right.
You ain't gonna rob Robert De Niro up.
Right.
Or Al Pacino for playing Scarface.
Right.
It's an act. So, but they had one dude on there the other day. He was on the stand. He said, y'all send me back to prison. I ain't supposed to be here. Why am I here? Why am I here? I'm not supposed to be here. They trying to have him say Thug did something to him and his people. And he was like, I don't have nothing to say. Why am I here? Send me back to prison. I'm doing my 10 years. Let me go do my time.
I don't know. Somebody on my live said it is a gang.
It's not a gang. It's a family. It's a lifestyle.
So
I'm going to sip on that.
All right.
I know some gunners. I know some thugs. Free thugs. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. But good dude, man. And I feel they went to Thug because he was trying to get a lot of land and put his people there.
Right, but isn't
the same way they did Rollo.
I was about to say.
That's how they did Rollo.
That's the same thing they tried to do to Bill Cosby.
Yep.
He was trying to buy NBC.
They did.
Right.
Shoot.
He tried to buy NBC, and then he had oil underneath one of his houses. And they didn't want to sell.
And if you look at Mike Jack, God rest his soul, the king of pop. But if you look at Mike Jack, he was the first one really coming up with with the streaming services. He was the first one speaking on that.
Right.
Doing the streaming services. And then, he went night-night. He was unalived.
Wow. And you see they just gave Dr. Sebi something like 50 years.
Yep.
What the? Hey, Cookie.
That's what they doing, man. Whenever you try to uplift your people, you got a target.
But they gave him 50 years for what? What was the charges, though?
Ain't no telling.
Right, because they can conjure up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they can trump up charges. Shout out Donald Trump.
Right.
Shout out Trump. I hate I can't vote this year because I'll be putting him back in office. But yeah. Why you look at me like that?
That's crazy.
Why you look at me like that? You don't like Trump?
I'm not saying I don't like Trump. I understand why people want to put him back in office because he ran it like a business. No, my.
He was getting us out of debt.
Sony Music and a lot. Okay.
He was getting us out of debt.
Yeah, I do agree with that. He did. He did.
He was getting us out of debt, and if you look at it, he did more for us. And I ain't speaking against Al, because I know some folks gonna want to whoop me on when I say it, but he did more for us in the 4 years than Obama did for us in 8. You know, and they're just keeping it all the way 100.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, Obama wasn't really, and I know it's the Senate and them, they have to push the agenda he wants to push, but he could have filibustered some of that stuff and made it go through anyway. But Trump made stuff happen. You know, Trump freed some folks that, you know, Obama didn't free enough of us.
I agree with you on
that.
It
should have been free. Hoover should have been freed, you know, which would cut out some of that crime in Chicago. Should have been, you know, should have been freed. Hoover should have been freed. Tukey Williams should have never died. Been electrocuted. God rest your soul, Tukey. You know, a lot of stuff he could have curbed the violence in the urban communities. He didn't do it.
Right, I do agree with that too. Cookie said Diddy is the gatekeeper and he's focused and he effed up somewhere, and that's why they're ruffling his feathers. I do agree.
Diddy messed up.
Hey, Prince R.
And they had to let him know, you know, you were in the wrong. So we're gonna put belt. We're gonna put belt that just a tap. You know, we ain't gonna give you no child abuse, but we're gonna whoop you enough.
Right.
You know,
they ain't gonna whoop him. They're gonna drag him.
No, they ain't gonna drag him too much. They just getting him where he need to be. You know, Diddy knew
put
it was
him
coming.
back in his place, because I feel like he forgot what his place was. He was getting too big for his britches. So then they, you know, had to reel him back in.
They had to let him know now, hey boy, we let you do this, boy, and you done went a little too far, boy. So now we got to bring you back in.
Right, I agree, totally.
Like the same way they did Kanye, but Kanye, you couldn't say nothing, but he crazy. You know,
he crazy.
And Ye got good sense. Ye got more sense than the law allow. You know, but that's how they did. Ye tried to play it off like he was crazy and this and that. Ye got good sense.
Well, let's just they did the same thing to what's my man name? The one that went to Africa. What's his name?
Which one?
The comedian.
Chappelle.
Yeah, they did the same thing to David Chappelle. They did the same thing.
That's what you do when you don't do what they ask you to do. You can get somewhere.
Right.
But once you mess up, they're going to grab you.
Of course.
Why you think Oprah does so well so long? Because she stays within her ramifications.
But I feel like her cage getting ready to get rattled too.
Nah, Oprah ain't gonna. She ain't gonna mess up.
I'm telling you. I'm not saying. Okay, so I'm not saying.
She ain't gonna
I feel like her cage is gonna get rattled because she's another one who need to be reeled in too.
She ain't doing too much. Oprah only gonna go so far. You see, Oprah don't speak out on nothing.
No more.
Yeah, Oprah. They
more. Yeah, you see her when she fell on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh. Yeah.
But that's why they took, Diddy lost a lot. Lost his Ciroc deal.
Mm-hmm.
The people that he was partnering with, we don't need you no more. Same thing with Revolt TV. Know. And what they like to do behind closed doors is on him. If you like Boy Twat, you like Boy Twat. Ain't nothing against it. That's what you like. That's what you like.
If that's your life, live in your own truth. That's the thing.
Him and Bishop, if you like to be swallowed.
Listen,
you like to be swallowed.
Have you ever been swallowed up? I said,
so
when I seen that video, I was like, did he just say that?
Yeah.
And the way he said it, I was like, wow. Yeah,
sometimes, and take that.
Which one is that? Get hit for what?
Yep, So it's all right, but it's a lot, man. It's a lot with that entertainment industry. People want to get there and get that recognition and get that fame.
Listen, but it's not just in there. It's in every aspect where you climb the ladder. Like it's levels to everything. That's what people don't realize. It's levels to everything. Even in business, that type of stuff exists.
And that's why I'm even on. Don't like him because he went to my Lakers and told my Lakers down. I love LeBron because LeBron keep everything. You ain't heard nothing about LeBron.
Right.
You know, you ain't heard him about stepping out on his wife. No, nothing. You ain't heard nothing about Bron.
I just feel like at the end of the day, like, so Jaguar Wright has been exposing a lot of.
Oh, that's what Jaguar do.
That's what she do.
Folks better start signing them NDAs.
And she pulls it all out, just like she was speaking about Teddy Pendergrass.
Hey, everybody know Teddy like.
Nah. Nope. They said Teddy was set up by somebody.
When he was driving and had the crash. Turn him off. I like Teddy.
Julius Irvin's wife, Topaz, or whatever the heck. Yeah, they was like somebody need to clean her.
I like Teddy P.
Yeah.
I like Teddy P.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
when that's what I tell them sometimes.
Turn them off.
Turn them off. Cause some folks you want to turn the lights off, you don't want to look at them. So
if you're doing all that, then you don't
some folks, you know, the body be okay, but the face ain't it.
That's the whole thing. You're aesthetically pleased, looking at the body, not the face.
Yeah, you can't look at the face all the time.
Come on. Yes, you need to look at the face all the time. What are you talking about?
Some faces look like booger monsters.
Well, then what you doing there?
But they got that woosah.
Yeah, whatever.
That woosah.
Prince, are you missing the sips?
I'm gonna sip for my brother.
You missing the sips, Prince?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that puffy stuff, boy, I'm telling you. It's about to take a turn.
And I'm laughing now because people, you know, up north, y'all northerners, you know, y'all say pause.
Pause.
You know, down here we say no homo.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got the hashtag going around, no diddy. I say, what?
That's funny.
You know, they'll say something that might be suspect, and then they hashtag no diddy.
Right.
I say, okay.
And now you went from building yourself up from being because what did he do? He was a promoter at first.
Yeah, and then it was an intern.
Right. So now you built yourself all the way up from this to now you're a joke. You just a walking joke now.
But you know, that's how society do. When they want you, they gonna put out whatever. Like they hadn't came with no charges yet.
Yeah, but
you know,
this is what I'm
saying. Just and the way they did that raid was really unconstitutional. You know,
everything that law do is unconstitutional.
Yeah,
but
the way they done that and had them boys under that gun,
had them handcuffed and everything. Yeah, but who in the film industry have they done like that? You know that they behind no Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the time. So I don't see them doing them like that.
Because they acting like they got some sense. Every now and then, when you get out of line, you know, we the donkeys. That's how they look at us. So every time you get out of line, they be behind you. You know, with the reins, you get out of line, they got to, you know, and settle you down.
Do the Will Smith.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like he got out of line.
Who, Will?
Yeah.
No, Will ain't do nothing wrong. I still feel that was a front with him and Chris done. That helped both of them out.
Because I think Chris Rock went on tour after that.
Yeah, went right on tour and sold out. Same thing with the Cat Williams. You know, Cat went in on everybody, but if you look at everybody he went on in, look at their ticket sales. Comedy shows are selling out now. But comedy has started going down.
Let me tell you something. I went to the Cat Williams show when I was in New Orleans. That was whack. So it was the girl that actually opened up for them was better than the headliners. Mark Curry was corny. I thought Tommy Mark Curry was corny. I'm sorry. Mark Curry was corny. I thought Tommy Davidson was going to kill it. He was corny too. Monique need to get off of that Oprah and Tyler Perry bandwagon. She can't see nothing past them. She was corny too.
You can't talk about Monique.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can't talk about one of the
I love Monique. I don't care. And everybody hit their rough patch. Everybody hit their plateau. Like my thing is, when you hit your plateau, that's it.
No.
Yes, I don't care. Like I don't care. Like, my thing is, like, you need to stop talking about Oprah. You need to stop talking about Tyler Perry and write some new material.
Nah, but that material right now is getting her paid. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
It's getting her paid.
Corny.
It don't matter.
Corny.
That corny put some corny cheese in that freezer.
Well, I don't care. She was corny.
I love
the whole show. Like, I'm looking at my friend. I'm like,
and that might have been the reason you couldn't really enjoy the show, because your friend might not have been enjoyable. You know,
he was enjoyable, but the thing was, we did not enjoy the show.
You know,
it was corny.
You might have been with a corny person.
No, I was not with a corny person. I wasn't with a corny person. The show was corny. I'm saying we have our opinion to say if it was corny or not.
Yeah, but I love Cat, man.
Cat is fun. Let me tell you something. Cat Williams is funny in spurts. He may say something funny, then his next line might not be funny. I'm telling you,
love Cat.
The most funniest thing he ever did was Pimp Chronicles. After that, he is not funny anymore.
I love Cat.
Nah, I don't care.
And I love Tommy Davidson.
I love Tommy Davidson too. I thought he was going to kill it, but he did not. He did not. No, he did not kill it. He didn't.
So, in other words, you 3 snaps. You hated it.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Shout out in living color, man.
I was like, we could do something else.
Yeah, I like Tommy Davidson.
Yeah, me too. But he just was not. He didn't kill it like I thought he was. I didn't never think Mark Curry was funny.
What?
No. Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
What?
No.
Man.
Sorry. And then they talked about how Steve Harvey stole his stuff. That's crazy because it's whack.
If you look at the show though, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and then you go over there with Harvey and not Bernie, but Said.
Mm-hmm.
Same premise. I ain't gonna say Steve stole it. The TV company stole the idea.
Right, because all he
ain't gonna say, but
put
Steve,
his name on it.
Yeah, he put his name on it, But there was Mark Curry.
Okay, but look how many shows have done that.
Yeah.
That's just what happens in the TV world.
Yeah, that wasn't.
But I would tell you what.
Going to hip hop game too.
The Steve Harvey show was show better than Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
No,
yes, it was.
I like Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
No, the Steve Harvey show was better than.
I like Steve Harvey because the girl who played Sadie. I liked her.
She was funny. Levita.
Yeah, Levita. I like her.
She was funny. But so who was funny on here? Holly Robinson Peete.
Yeah. I like Holly Robinson.
I do her too.
21 Jump Street.
I do too.
I used to have a crush on her.
I'm just saying, like, to me, that show was better than Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I used to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, I like Hanging with Mr.
But
Cooper.
Mark Curry just was not funny. His stand-up was whack. His little 2 minutes was whack.
And I ain't go to the Cat Williams show. I had some other stuff, and I was supposed to win.
I went, but like I said, it was. I appreciate it. Do I need to refresh your hips?
Yeah, I need some more communion. I ain't got no more communion.
Hold on. I'll be back with you guys in a minute.
Yeah, I ain't got no more communion. I need some more communion.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, the whole show was whack to me.
Yeah, I like Harvey. And Steve hadn't came out with no new stand-up, but he don't have to.
He don't.
Because like he hit his plateau. He knew that last stand-up was probably the best he was gonna do.
And that's the thing. When you hit your plateau, you need to know, like they say, when your hair is going, you know what I'm saying? Don't do the George Jefferson. Just let it all go.
I'm gonna do the Stevie Wonder. Mine saw coming out.
When you
I'm
hit the
Stevie.
plateau,
This gonna be ball. I'm still going.
Funny, man. Listen, when you hit your plateau, it's just time for you to exit. Find something else to do. Like Steve Harvey in radio now.
I'm glad I ain't hit my plateau, so I'm gonna keep going.
Being a pillow of the community.
Pillar of the community.
I'm
a pillar.
Pillow.
Oh. Hey, you laid on this pillow?
No.
Okay, then you can't call me a pillar of the community. Because
I didn't lay on it. That don't mean somebody else didn't lay on it.
I'm a pillar of the community.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Let me tell you something. I was listening to Layla Hathaway's song, Always for Love. Boy, now I've heard it 100 times. But something about them lyrics hit me today. Something about them lyrics just hit me today. I just was like, yo, she is really, she said, it's no need for me to change. Because he said he loved the way I am.
Mhm.
I'll be a fool to change. Because he said he loves the way I am. I said,
And that's a deep verse, and I tell you,
yes,
and you can't change nobody.
you can only change you. You can only change you. But she said because he loved it,
Yeah,
she ain't got to
I
change.
ain't gotta change.
She ain't got to change. I was like, wow.
And that's the love you want. You want somebody to love you for who you are, not love you and then want to start changing you.
Listen,
Joker, you knew
well,
who
you
I
done-
was when you got with me.
You done said something right there. People get with you and try to change
Yeah.
who you are, but who you are is who they fell in love with in the
You
first
feel me?
place.
Or who you lay down with and then
Right,
fell in love.
right. Well,
Cause that be what it be a lot of time. You lay down with something, then you be good, God almighty. And now
I'm
you
glad I
want
don't
to,
fall in love with that.
then you want to try to, you remember back in the day where you would do the goddamn, the clay models and put them in the oven
Right.
and all that. That's what people
You
try
want
to
to
do
mold.
now. Yeah, molded paper mache and all that.
Right, but that's not what you fell in love with. You fell in love with the abstract. So why change what you claim you loved? That song is so deep. I'm gonna have to listen to it again. I was like, wow. She said, I'm not coming home. I said, you said you ain't coming home.
Sometimes you don't need to go home.
Sometimes you really don't feel like.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't need to go home. Sometimes it's all right to do an all-night flight.
You know what? Home is where your heart is. So you need to go where your heart is.
Yep, and some places you got a key to, your heart ain't there.
That's right. It's your ain't. And you just need to go where your heart is, because life is so short.
Yep. But
life is so short.
I was telling somebody, I had a friend of mine, he got a divorce and was getting ready to remarry. And the woman well off. And it go both ways, but the woman's well off. And he's not getting remarried, particularly because of the love, it's the finances. Usually, I always tell people when somebody remarry, the first marriage is always about love. After that, some of it's business proposals. I know they got good insurance. I need some health insurance. My job ain't got it. They got good health insurance, life insurance. They making six figures. I'm only making a low five. And that's where it go after that first marriage. Their second marriage is usually about, we gonna help each other out, but I'm gonna make sure I'm good in the end.
But you know what? And I can only speak for me. So my first marriage, you are absolutely right. I cannot see the forest from the trees. You know what I mean? But that's how I've always been. It has never, like, I don't look at a person for what they can do for me. I don't. My thing is, if we need to build. You understand? We need to create our foundation. You understand? Like, not your foundation. We need to create our foundation at the end of the day.
And speaking on that, I was speaking to someone the other day because I was telling about my sister and her husband. When they got married, my sister had her own spot. We purchased her own home, her and my niece. My niece was a little at the time. But once she got married, about a year later, their husband said, we're going to get us another house. That way we have our own. Even though we married, it's still technically
your house. Right.
And I learned that I was, what was it, about 15 years ago, I had to take a class. And I'm transparent at McLeod Center. I got some trouble that made me take probation. I had to go out there, do the drug counseling classes, all that. And I was out there, and I remember the counselor used to sit up and say, can any of y'all just up and move? Who in here homeless? I ain't raised my hand. A couple other dudes in there didn't raise our hand. We, at that time, we trappers. We all got money, and we good. He say,
So if somebody tell y'all to get out and call the police, y'all got to get out. I say, darn, yeah. He say, technically, you're homeless. I had to think about that thing just for a tad. I say, darn, I ain't on this lease. I'm paying all the goddamn bills. But if somebody tell me to get up and leave,
you got to get up.
I got to go.
Right.
So I say, darn, he was right. I'm technically homeless.
Right.
Not too long after that, I got my own spot.
No,
I say, the Joker won't tell me to get out.
Listen, but why would you involve yourself with a person who's going to tell you to get out? Like, my thing is, if we are in a situation, we say we loving, you know what I'm saying? Or we in a situationship, we love each other. At the end of the day, we should be able to effectively communicate.
You know, that's right.
No. We should be able, as adults, to effectively communicate. That way, because if I asked you to come here, that means I want you there.
Yeah.
So therefore, I need to be sure about that, because you wouldn't want nobody to tell you to get out.
And see, that's what I tell women and men, because just ain't men that trap. I know some good women trappers too. But know what you're dealing with when you're dealing.
Can't do the jail time.
You know what you're dealing with a trapper.
Right.
You're gonna have a trapper. He gonna or she go ahead different hours. They phone may ring 2-3 o'clock in the morning. They gonna go get that play. Eventually, the mates start getting mad. Oh, you're going to see some broad. You're going to see some dude. You know. Now the jealousy done jumped in, then once they you know what? You can just get out. Just get out, man.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say to that. If you create a space of trust, you understand? When I met you, I knew what you did. But if you create a space where I have to question that you're doing other than what you tell me you're gonna do, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, so what you doing? But if I can believe what you say, I don't have to question that.
Yep.
So therefore, you can get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and go do what you need to do and come back. I ain't smelling nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna pull the cover back. You get in where you get back where you was at.
Yeah, because I told the Joker, if you smelling, you don't smell nothing. Hey, get down now.
I'm just saying.
Get down now.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, that's what people fail to realize. If you create a space of transparency, you won't have that problem.
Yep.
Stop trying to be slick. At the end of the day, be honest and say what it is. Because 9 times out of 10, give me the right to disagree or say, no, I don't want to deal with that. Or, okay, I will deal with that. But hey, listen, it's levels to everything.
But quick question, did you really always want somebody to be honest?
Yes, I really do.
I don't know.
I do.
I don't want to know.
What you mean?
I don't want to
What you mean? First of all, you don't want to listen.
You cheating, and you telling me with who? Who you cheat with?
Listen.
Did you swallow him? You know, I don't want to know if you swallow.
Listen, this is what I'm not saying. You got to get all into detail, but what I'm saying is, don't leave me in the dark room and don't turn the light on. That's what I'm saying.
I got a night light. Clap on, clap off.
No. Don't leave me in a dark room and don't turn the light on. That's all I'm saying.
On the shoulder.
Be honest.
No.
I'm just saying, who agree? Be honest.
Okay.
Don't leave me in the dark room and don't turn the light on.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we need to sit down here and discuss who you cheating with.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, call it what it is, and that's it. Because people, and I'm not just going to say men, because women do it too, leave people in these situations and having them think one way, and it's not like that. But then you want to try to pull it back when she start to get the questioning.
You don't need the question.
Why? I do need the question. Yeah, don't leave me in a dark room and don't turn the light on. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody needs to see you to law school.
No. Why? I don't need to argue. I'm not trying to argue. People think when you are trying to have an adult conversation with somebody, we're not arguing. So if I say to you, because this happened to me, So if I say to you, I call you and I'm like, I'm not trying to be your, how did I put it?
Number two.
No. I'm not trying to be your, not necessarily mistake, but you know what word I'm looking for.
Rebound.
No, not necessarily rebound. Like, anyway, so they like, well, I'm good. Now, if you're not, then you know that's something you need to work in on yourself. And I'm like, but you didn't even ask me, why do I feel that way? Because it's something that you've done to make me feel like that. They said, oh no, is that what you want me to say? What?
Because you got your own feelings.
Yes, but I do have my own feelings. But just because you're not feeling the way I'm feeling, I said that's just like if I do something to you, you don't tell me or make me aware of that. I don't know that I've done it. So now you walking around with an attitude because you think I did something to you on purpose, but you didn't even bring it up to my attention. At the end of the day, we need to have a dialogue about what's what. But I just was not trying to hear that because he was in a situation where there was no communication. He was just playing in place, and that was this, that, and she was accepting of that.
You being a pillow.
And I'm not dead.
You know, and that's fine.
And I'm not dead.
But sometimes you need that.
Why?
That way you'll learn your worth.
Baby, listen.
Sometimes you just need to lay down somewhere. One thing
that my mama told me, taught me and my sisters, we don't accept just anything. That's why I say if you create transparency, we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem. If you're creating transparency and everything is on the table, you already created a safe space. And that's all women want is a safe space. Somewhere where they can be safe, somewhere where they can be in a soft girl. I ain't got to make no decisions. I don't have to be hard all the time because I need to decide this, and this, and this. No, at the end of the day, you're the man. You make the decision, and I'm just going to fall back. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, obviously it is because people don't want to be transparent. I am very transparent. I am very transparent.
You can be transparent without being transparent.
What you see is what you get with me. And that's just what it is.
And I
don't wear no mask.
Most of the times you're gonna get Freddie when you first meet him. No, you ain't gonna get Freddie.
Stop.
You know, you gonna get whatever love on one of these movies. But at the end of the day, you're going to end up having Freddy Krueger. Because most of the time, we're going to come with a mask.
Why, though? Why face?
That's men and women.
Why? No.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Jessica.
You know, a lot of people just come with a mask when they first meet you.
No. Why?
You're going to meet their representative.
Face. When you met me, I'm the same person.
Yeah, but that's like if you go on a job interview.
They gonna meet me.
You go on a job interview, you're gonna be made up, you're gonna speak very articulate, you're gonna sit straight up in your chair, you're not gonna slouch. You know, you're gonna sit straight up in your chair, you're gonna speak very articulate.
I speak articulate. I'm not gonna be slouched over my chair.
Right.
I'm gonna represent myself the same way that I represent myself every day.
And that's what folks do when they come in and they trying to get some cookies.
Hey, first of all,
it's an interview.
No. It's not because
it's an interview.
Within 5 minutes of me seeing the meeting, you already know what's up.
It's an interview.
No, it's an interview for y'all, but it's not an interview for us because we already know.
Yeah, y'all already know who y'all gonna cut or not.
Right.
You know, but it's
we already know.
Y'all put on the front too.
No, I don't front for nothing.
Some of y'all put on the front.
Okay, how?
I met one put on the front and made it seem like she was just so holy. and spoke. But Lord, when I got in the room, that joker turned into Mary Magdalene.
Well,
you hear me?
But, hey, my mother always say, "You be a what and what?
Mm-hmm.
You be a lady in the street."
You know, but it just wasn't me. She would be a Mary Magdalene with.
Well,
you know, but she put on that robe. You know, going to church every Wednesday, Sunday. You know, not Sunday, Saturday, because she was 7-day Adventist. You know, this
one, you was in the wrong religion.
No, I wasn't. It ended up being the right one. Glory.
No, I thought you was rehabilitated.
I'm rehabilitated, but I just had a flashback, but I'm getting back where I'm supposed to be.
But Faith,
I about
honestly,
backslid
though.
right then. I was thinking.
Honestly, though.
But yeah.
Things would be so much better if people were very transparent.
It would.
To be honest.
But it's hard to be transparent.
How?
Because it's hard for a broad to come and tell me. And it ain't, because I love transparency. Let me know you cutting something. That way I know I can cut something. But everybody ain't that transparent.
But we find out anyway. Because y'all nasty. And you throw a woman off her pH off. No, that's how we know.
Y'all pH be off.
No, my pH is good all the time.
pH be off because y'all ain't got there and wash. You got there and rag and 2 weeks been using the same rag for 2 weeks.
No. And it be y'all throwing the pH off.
Y'all ain't gonna put it all on us.
No, I'm not putting it all on y'all.
Ain't gonna
but
put
9
it all
times
on
out
us.
of 10, that's it.
Because sometimes y'all ain't just dealing with y'all. Some of y'all got more than a 1-car garage.
Listen. Some of
y'all
them
got
do.
more than
some of them got a 2-car, 6 cars be in the driveway. I don't know about that. None of that.
The garage full and the driveway.
Listen.
and you can't blame it. Can't blame it on the dude for you.
I can't do that. My focus have to be on one person. I can't do it, but women do. Just like men do too. They like a variety. Which to me is not cool because you need to tell people that that's what you're doing because you creating a situation. Because if Earl come and then Tommy come, they bumping heads and they seeing like, what's going on?
Earl and Tommy don't never need to meet each other.
Sometimes
that means you ain't pimping. That means you ain't pimping on your pimping, or you dealing with some simps. Because if you got a main, ladies, if y'all got a main, you got to let your simp know. I got a main dude. You can't be having this simp and he paying this and paying that, getting your nails and your toes done, and you didn't told him you got a main man. Now you see you in food line at Walmart, because some of y'all may not be on Target status yet, but you in food line at Walmart, and then he walks past you and see you with your man, and he like, hey, so you just need to let him know.
I just don't understand how people do that because I got tunnel vision. I just cannot do it. I can't. I don't.
So you like a horse? You got the blinders on.
That's right. But let me tell you
take my blinders off.
No. I got blinders on like a horse, but I'll tell you what, if he F up, I know who got next.
Because see, thank the Lord for deliverance.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Thank you. But when I was the side ninja MVP, because I could come around. I could see you in the store. I seen a woman in the store one day with her husband. Hey, the husband spoke. Hey, what's going on? I knew the dude from years ago. I didn't know that was his wife. Had been,
splashing off.
And that's when I was a pillow, and I'm a pillar now. But thanks for deliverance and mercy. But then I was dealing with her, and when I seen her, I was like, hey. He was like, oh, yeah, man. I ain't seen bro in about 20 years. We went to school together. And I was like, nice to meet you. He was like, this is my wife, such and such. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Y'all take care of each other. I said, you make sure you take care of my dude. This helper, I can say helper on the radio. There ain't no cuss word. This helper texts me as soon as she gets in the car. That turned me on. He go to work at 11 o'clock tonight.
Oh, man.
Say, man.
And I bet you slid over there, didn't you?
About 11:30. But I was the MVP. You got to get somebody who knows to play their position.
Listen,
I don't advocate cheating. Shit, nobody cheat. I don't advocate it. I'm not advocating of cheating. You should be faithful to whomever you're with. But if you cheat, know how to cheat. That's all.
I'm just saying,
and be safe cheating.
At the end of the day, if you're in a relationship, a marriage, and you have to seek something outside
a marriage is different from a relationship.
To me, it's not.
It's a difference.
It's not.
Because a wise woman told me a long time ago, if you ain't got one of these on, you're single. I don't care if you're in a relationship.
And I don't have that.
You've been with somebody 10, 15 years. If you ain't married, you're single.
Listen, I was raised by a good Southern woman.
Me too. By a couple of them.
My mama told, listen, a relationship is a roadmap to marriage. That's why I don't date if I don't see a potential in no man. Because I'm not out here just randomly dating people. If I'm dating you, that means I see potential in you. I see husband potential. I see long-term commitment with you. I don't just randomly date nobody.
See?
And my thing is, that's a roadmap to marriage to me.
Okay. Now,
so if I can trust you.
And not being funny, how many relationships have you been in with this roadmap?
Well, the roadmap that I had me in marriage.
How many marriages?
One.
Okay, you need to take them goddamn blinders off. Because you blinded, you just looking straight forward, and you feeling this, and this ain't been that. Sometimes you gotta take the blinders off.
You may be right, but that don't mean I have to change the way I maneuver.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to change the way I see things, and maybe I need to pray, ask God to turn on my discernment up a little higher.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't need to change the way I navigate because I'm dating with a purpose. I'm not out here humping. No. If I'm gonna be humping, then I'm gonna be humping one person.
All right, B. Brown.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
King of R&B, real King of R&B, Bobby Brown.
I'm just saying, let's just be honest. People out here looking for, let's just talk about how people talk about husband and wife material, right? So women are out here like, oh, I'm not doing wifely things or whatever, but you want a man to come in, pay your rent. You want him to get your hair and your nails done. You want him to do all of these things, but that's a husband responsibility.
I love you to death, but the only rent I'm paying is Section 8. That's it. I help you with your Section 8. And if it's over $120, you ain't getting it.
But is that not true, though?
Yeah.
But you don't want to make sure he fed. You don't want to wash his clothes. You don't want to cook him. You don't want to do none of those things.
I'm going to be honest.
I know you know how to cook and wash your own clothes. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, because
I'm just saying.
I don't like nobody cooking for me. Cause not being funny, none of the women I've been with cook as good as me.
Oh, well, anyway.
You know.
But what I'm saying to you is,
I love y'all cooking though.
That is a husband and a wife's responsibility. So therefore, why are you trying to play in a field that you know you can't, or you don't want to?
You know them rules can change. Because I know the economy ain't the same it used to be, and we no longer sharecropping. When we were sharecropping, granddaddy, great granddaddy took care of all the bills. He could have 14, 15 children, as they call them. You know, you could have 14, 15 because you were sharecropping. You were living off the land, whatever you got in the field, whatever you got in the slaughterhouse. You know, you kept your percentage. That's how you paid for your residency. Cost of living done went up now. Ain't no more where the husband taking care of all the goddamn bills. I'm sorry. It got to be a medium. Somebody got to help somewhere. It ain't where the husband take care of the mortgage and you take care of the light bill, water bill, and the husband ain't making no more than $24, $25 an hour. They ain't even a livable wage now. So a lot of women now, y'all sitting out here in fairy tale land thinking y'all Cinderella.
Right.
And and a lot of y'all ain't even the stepsister.
Right, and I agree with you on that one. Know. Like I have a coworker that I tell that all the time. Like at the end of the day, you want to be a wife, but do you know what a wife's duty is?
Right.
A wife's duty is not just to take care of your husband. When your husband falls short, you're supposed to pick up the slack.
Yep.
The Bible says the wife is a helpmate. Do you know what a helpmate is? No, half of these women don't. You just in a fantasy world. You want a ring, you want that day, but after that day, reality kicks in.
You've been paying attention at Bible study at Salvations. On the corner, 69 Cummins and Cunnilingus
Avenue. I'm just saying, like, that's just the reality of it. Y'all in a fantasy world. Y'all want that ring just so you can sport it around and saying this, that, and the other thing. But then when it comes to real life, your husband get hurt and you got to pick up the bills and you like, my money is my money. Baby, ain't no my money is my money. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Do you know what a helpmate is?
Now I'm gonna say this thing, ladies. If you do got a man that can do the majority bills, always get like a squirrel and put your nuts up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't swallow all your nuts, put some of them up. You know, that way when the rainy day do come by and you have to help your helpmate out, or if y'all end up breaking up, there's something to fall back on.
Right.
Because a lot of y'all women depending on folks, and now when he get missing, you looking stupid.
Right.
Or he treating you in a type of way because you got to depend on him.
Mm-hmm.
So now he treating you or she treating you in a type of way. Now you looking crazy as hell.
Right. At the end of the day, it's my mother always say, God bless the child that got his own.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Even if you ain't got your own, have your money in the cut so you can have something to fall back on.
Right. Because people look at marriages is not the same. Mm-hmm. It's not the same when your grandma and your grandpa was married for like 30, 40 years. Because it's just not the same.
And people don't understand about relationships. And
all right, come on, Rev.
I understand cheating ain't, folks talk about cheating. They ain't faithful. She's stepping out. He's stepping out. But they making sure your bills paid. They ain't putting belt to ass. They ain't got darn putting their hands on you. They respecting you, respecting your kids. They may step off here and there and, cut something here and there. But the majority of the time, they're a good mate. And all the time they stepping out is because you being goddamn Nancy Drew. But if you ain't being Nancy Drew, you don't know he's stepping out. As long as he or she is respecting you, doing what they should do, be happy.
Let me just say this. Mr. Ford, I love and respect Mr. Ford, even through our disagreements or whatever. Through our divorce, we have adult children, but we still co-parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I couldn't see the forest from the trees. So I was blind to a lot of things, but he created a transparency situation where he could go out and be out all day, come back in, and I wouldn't question where he was at. Right? So.
Because your household was straight.
Because
the bills were straight. He wasn't flying upside your head. And I asked a lot of women and men, would you rather somebody faithful and putting belt to tail or somebody stepping out?
Neither.
You ain't gonna find a perfect person, man. Ain't nobody gonna
I'm not saying a person is perfect, but you can find somebody that's perfect for you is the thing. Like at the end of the day, nobody should be subject to someone cheating on them. And that's just period. Well, I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing.
And
whatever.
As a great song back in the
whatever.
But
listen.
It's only cheating. You finish it off. It's only cheating
when you get caught.
Thank you. It's only cheating when you get caught.
Whatever.
It's only cheating when you get caught.
You know what you're doing.
What's the difference between a murderer and a killer?
One got caught.
All right. That's it.
It don't even matter. Keep it in your pants. That's what I say. Create a space of transparency. Well, that's all I'm saying.
Sometimes if a man step out, that means something ain't going right in the
right. Household. So that's what I'm saying. If you have to look outside of your relationship, either one.
Right.
If you have to look outside of that situation, then you need to go.
And a lot of times the man steps out, and I'm gonna be honest, transparent.
Go ahead. Be transparent.
He steps out because certain stuff he can do with the outside, he can't do it the inside.
No, what you need to do is have a conversation with the person you with, and listen, I like this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna slowly bring you in.
Yeah, but a lot of times, some women they don't want their face glazed. They don't want to be Dunkin' Donuts, but they can go elsewhere and be Dunkin' Donuts.
My thing is, you need to have a conversation.
They can have it hot and red
and say that's what you like.
But some women go.
First of all, you don't know if you never say nothing.
But you say something, and they say they don't know well.
Okay, well
But they make you happy because they're a good woman or they're a good man. They make you feel good. Financially, they're stable.
No.
Mentally,
you're not making me feel good if you stepping out. That means you're not happy with what you're getting at home.
Whatever at home need to step up.
Okay, well, you need to have that conversation.
And sometimes
because half of the time women ain't happy either.
I'm glad they ain't never went through that.
Well,
I don't
I'm saying
understand.
half of the time women not happy neither, but they just go through it just because. At the end of the day,
I've always
she got to suffer through it. She ain't cheating, but she got to suffer through this 3 minutes and turn over in the rows in the drawer.
Well,
like, I don't get it.
Well, it wouldn't be 3 minutes if it wasn't so goddamn good.
I'm just saying.
It should loosen up a little bit.
Well,
put some WD-40 on it.
Well, if it was loose, then you'd be talking mess about that.
We don't want it too loose, but we don't want it too tight neither. If it's
well.
too tight, goddamn, hey, it is what it is.
It is.
You gonna get 2 minutes? Hey, hold on, I gotta get me a snack. Now I'm coming back.
Well, some of them don't make the comeback. Some of them just roll over and go to sleep.
Well, hey,
and you left to your own devices, is what I'm saying.
Well, y'all roses and messed a lot of stuff up.
I don't have one.
Okay, and good. Because them roses, hey, it messes up the stimulation. What it used to take somebody saying 8 minutes to do what they need to do, now taking them 20 or 30 minutes because their rose and messed up certain,
First of all, I keep trying to tell you, when you get in the car, you just can't drive. You have to warm it up first.
Yeah, but
you have to warm it
that
up
rose
first.
is the devil.
You have to warm it up first.
No.
If you warm it up, it won't take you a long time.
Yeah. But I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Party Punisher Show. Our brother will be back next week. Prince I will be back next week. So y'all tune in, man. Enjoy the show. If y'all ain't doing nothing Sunday, come out to 2525 North Graham. Free cookout every Sunday. I'll be out there on the wash pot with that fish. We got croaker, we got whiting, we got swine, we got hamburgers, hot dogs, slaw, tater salad, baked beans, you name it. Just come on out, 2525 North Graham, 5 to 8 p.m. Free cookout every Sunday, man. Come out and enjoy yourself.
All right. Well, I guess that's the end of the Party Punisher podcast TV show. I am your girl, Jersey, along with my missing brother, Prince Lai, and also, you don't know your name?
OG Face got it, a.k.a. Ram Face, your mammy, grandmammy, great-grandmammy's favorite pastor. Have mercy.
All right. Until next week.